Thank you for stopping by my channel. This is Have a Cup of Coffee with CJ, and today's discussion is going to be about Ask a Mother. And a mother will tell you two things: wait until you have kids, and wait until you get my age. Let's talk about the wait until you have kids situation. In raising my kid, and of course in my mother raising me, there are times where you want to do something and your mother say you can't because of your age or what have you. Because truly, at each stage of your age, you should have a certain amount of freedom. And my mother gave just the right amount for each age stage that I was in. Now that I'm older and know, I had a true teacher and a good guidance for my life. So I thank my mother for all of that she did. When I wanted to stay out later than I should have, it was no. So of course, as the kid, you're going to wait till I get old. I can't wait to get up out of here and do what I want to do. Not knowing how much your mother was really worrying about you when you stepped out into the streets. Because each generation, the streets gets worse. It intensifies with every generation, but you don't see it because it's your generation. It feels what is normal to you. So I realized when I got older what my mother was talking about, because once I finally had a kid and I got a daughter, I only got one, and I worried about her out there in those streets. So when you have your kids, you better be teaching them about what to look out for when you're in the streets. Like if you need gas, you make sure you have gas before the lights go down outside. Make sure you do it in the daytime. Make sure when you're traveling, you don't travel on desolate roads to get home quicker. Take the main streets. And I'm saying all these things because of what I'm seeing with Cassie and Puffy. Now, I don't know how her childhood was. I just know how mine was. Now, I was raised by two different types of parents. Now, my mother never smoked, never drank, very religious, read the Bible. My dad was a gangster style. Out there in the streets, handling his business, go-getter, beautiful life, I have to say. And I don't care who thinks any differently because my dad took care of us. We were very well taken care of, and my mother was a housewife, so she was able to stay home and raise her kids in the way that she wanted to, where she wasn't dropping us off anywhere and people was doing what, their babysitting styles was different, but she did leave us with who she trusted, which were her siblings, her family. Now, moving on. If you do not stand on what you believe in, you will always be a placemat for people. It's like James Brown said, you have to do right by yourself. If you're doing something and you know it's against what you truly believe in, you should not be doing it. You should not let people sway you. Do not become a follower. My parents wasn't allowing that following bull crap. No, you follow what I say. If you follow anything, then when you get grown, you can change and do whatever you want to do. But at least I told you and I did right by you and I gave you the best advice. So, moving on to Cassie. Now, I believe, yes, she got a freakish appetite. I do believe that because I don't believe that there's no way that you could have did all that stuff that Puffy wanted you to do and you wasn't G'ing for it and you didn't like some of it. But here's the thing. When you go against yourself, you should have told this man, no, you will not take me. I like doing all this, but you're not finna take me to use this. And if he refused to do that, you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place unless you cool with it coming back to kick you in the butt right now where the whole world see what your sexual appetite was. And that's something I wouldn't have wanted to put out here in these streets. So that's why when your mother tell you certain shit, she know what she talking about because she done seen some things. A lot of parents have seen a lot of things that you don't think they have. That, oh, no, they don't know. But they know. They know. They know what's going on out there, and they know what they fear for you. And I thank God that I had a good child who listened to me when I didn't think she was listening. I would tell her something and she would act like she ain't listening. Of course, when they don't look at you, you be look at me. And I came to find out later on that she was listening by her actions. Her actions showed me, even though she would be mad, her actions showed me that she was listening. Now, next, let's talk about when you get older. You tell your kids, don't wear yourself out. Don't have sex with everybody wearing your body out. Don't wear too much makeup. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do drugs. Don't do heavy drugs and all that. So, no, I have not done heavy drugs, but I have smoked weed and occasionally drink. Now, I never had a makeup regimen because I didn't like makeup. I felt like makeup makes you look like a clown. And I'm not calling women clown that wear it. The ones that overly do it, I am though. But I didn't like the feel of it on my skin. A clown painted my face, and this is a true story. I started crying, and my mother take it off her face. She don't like it. I never put no foundation, none of that stuff on my face ever in my life. And I'm 57, and I had some young kids that seen me at 21 yesterday. They made me feel good telling me that I look 35 to 40. I said, really? But okay, that goes back to I got good genes, I'm black, and I have not worn myself out. So now, moving on. I've always been into the natural things. And I want to share with you this oil that my daughter has made. She's an all-natural person. It's called For the Culture Cares. And it's all natural herbs and oils that goes into my locks. I started doing locks 2 years ago, and I'm all natural. So I would like to hear some all natural remedies for the skin, because what I want is you to see my skin glowing, no makeup as I age, since I don't have a regimen. I only use black soap, and sometimes I use aloe vera on my face as a moisturizer, but I can't do too much of that because when my skin is so oily, it breaks out. So I only get bumps when all this oil is over my skin that comes out of my hair. So when I'm putting this oil in right now, I used the aloe vera for the moisturizer, and now I'm finna put the oil in, and this is my daughter's, and you can see the label. It's hard to see because it's red, but it's some good oil. I've been doing my hair, locking it for 2 years, and what happened to me is I was going to this lady, and some product that she put in my hair broke out my edges right over here, right here. So I got eczema too. And in that spot, I felt the eczema in there. So it was itching me so bad, y'all. I started dabbing hydrocortisone in there to get it right because it was like crusty. So after doing that, it broke out. It was bald right here. Right here. And my daughter has been formulating oils and soap because I got a grandbaby that's 4 and she was born with eczema. So she's been doing a lot of different things for her skin since she been born. So she done came up with a great oil, and this has been 4 years in the making. And so she got it for me. See, it's natural. All these herbs in here are natural, and you have to shake it up some because it'll get stuck down there. But anyway, so I started putting this around my edges. Started using the oil. Because she said, well, tea tree oil helps for the scalp and all that. So I'm sure some of that is in there. I don't know what all is in there because I didn't care. I just wanted to see how quick it was going to put my edges back. And I have to tell you, it took about 2 months for my edges to grow back, and it has. It has. It was bald here, y'all. I mean, bald because I had to get that itchy, crusty scalp skin off of there from the eczema. And once I did and started putting this oil on there like that, oh my goodness, it grew. But anyway, going back to natural things. So, I only want natural things. I'm back to trying to get myself all the way back together naturally, because young, I used to exercise all the time and I had a good eating regimen. But stress will throw me, and that's where I have been, which is why I haven't gotten everything all the way situated. But my hair is, and dealing with being a caregiver to a mom who wants to still have her independence can be stressful. But back to ask a mother. So just remember, when your mother tells you stuff, it'll come to light. You'll see it. It'll come to light for you. You'll see it as you get older, especially when it comes to them kids and worrying about them kids. And you hoping that they have listened to you by means of their actions, even if they don't seem like it. So just remember to stay true to who you are, or you will fall for anything. And I do mean anything, like Cassie. And I've never wanted my kid to be in a situation like that, because that's dangerous. Because I'm one, I would probably, want to hold court in the street with Puffy about mine. And that's a whole nother story, because I have held court in the street about mine when it comes to my daughter's father, because I was in a domestic situation that I did not allow to get out of hand, because you can't fear people. You can't let people work on fear with you. If you fear them, you in trouble. And I could not live my life in fear of nobody. And I do mean nobody. That ain't a life to live. So when you feel like you're in a situation, people don't want you to tell your people, but you should speak up. There has to be somebody in your life that you can tell. So please tell, because they tell you not to tell because they want to put fear in your heart. And being that I got two fearless parents, it wasn't in my genetics to fear anyone. So I felt like bring it on, which was ended me in jail, and that's a whole nother story. So I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I'm still here. Was able to raise my kid and move on. So remember, those choices that you make, kids can come back and bite you. Just listen to your parent. Just listen. If it makes sense to you, just try it out. And if it don't, and you don't try it out, and you find out what they said was true, listen to the next one. Listen to the next one. Say, oh yeah, my mom was right about that, or my dad was right about that. Listen to the next one. Probably your outcome will probably be a whole lot different, because we are trying to not let you buy lessons, because we already bought them. We bought them. We trying to give them to you for free. So just remember that. But in life, you are going to have to buy some, because you got to go your own route, because I did. Everybody does. But please, just don't pick the routes that are most detrimental to you. Please don't do that. And now, I am about done with my hair. So, I'll be letting you go. But in case you like this oil, it's $10 a bottle. And you can reach Derica at 586-295-9917 and get you a bottle of it, because I'm telling you, it's good. I wish I knew how to work my phone to show y'all show you the pictures of when I started out, though, and where I'm at today. And I have always used her oils along the way, but she had one with rosemary, and rosemary didn't agree with me. I have eczema, so but this one does not. And then I'm telling you, it is a good oil. It is excellent. It is excellent. And she has different body butter. She got a body butter with natural stuff. Gotta try it. Here it is. For the Culture Cares. Thank you guys for listening to me. Talk to you later.